Hey everybody, welcome to the 18th Fate of Destiny live stream. You know, there's something crazy about this. This is the 18th one, right? And we've had one a week, so I'm doing this for a couple of months now. And I am still nervous at the start of these things. Like, my palms are a little warm. I've got a little butterfly floating around in my tummy, but I still get really excited and I super enjoy these chats. For anybody who hasn't joined these before, or for those people who are watching the live stream getting caught back up after the fact for the video on YouTube, the way that I try to run these is I'll read the username read the username of the commenter, and then I'll read their comment or question and respond to it. So I apologize ahead of time if yours is one of the usernames that I mispronounce. I do try to read them correctly, but sometimes I just don't know how to pronounce your name. So if you correct me, I'll try to remember it, and if I butcher it, I really apologize. How's the quality? Audio, video okay? What we like to do is stream with a mobile quality and then stream with the high def quality. So if you're having some issues with the stream, refreshing, hitting F5 usually seems to help let it catch up. Or switching down to downgrading, I guess, to the lower quality, the mobile stream might help with the buffering speed. But so far it's looking pretty good. I'm having a bunch of people saying that the quality is looking good. Good. Awesome. Oh, Alessio Baldi says, "Hi, Dad of Destiny." For those of you who don't know, I do have my dad who sits in on these sessions as my, producer, helper. He kind of keeps me on track so I don't vary too wildly about, go on too long of a tangent. And he also manages if there are anybody with some inappropriate comments. So if that's something that you're here for, he'll be saying something to you. Okay. Awesome. Well,
I don't really manage your tangents. You do fine with your tangents.
Well, thank you. I know I just have a habit. It's both, I've been told by just about every English or writing teacher I've ever had, and by my parents, especially my mother, that I ramble a lot. I try to keep a lid on it because I don't want you guys to get too bored. I know it's an hour and a half of conversation, which I do that, by the way, so people can tune in and tune out as their schedule allows. It's kind of hard making it work for the wide range of locations and stuff we have and people's different schedules, but that's why I throw the video up on YouTube after the fact, which, by the way, last week's live stream is live now on youtube.com/FateofDestinee. Jennifer Young, "Aw, Des, I totally understand. You do just great, though." I don't think social anxiety is something that'll ever totally leave me. It's always kind of there in the back of my head or the front of my head, depending on how high the anxiety level is. For doing the live stream chats, at the beginning of them, it's more like a 3 or a 4 out of 10, and then by 20 minutes, 30 minutes in, it completely dissipates, and then I just plain enjoy what I'm doing so much that I don't realize that I could be stressed out about having to talk to so many people at once. It really is fun. Let's read another comment, because I just got a comment on Jade. "Is that a mustache necklace?" Yes, it is. This is actually from my sister. She knows that I think the mustache fad that's in right now is funny, and I get a huge kick out of it. Oh shoot, I have a pen. I should grab it. It's kind of silly, where it's a pen and has a mustache on it. It's actually it's in my planner right over there. But if you push it down, it says, "Well, hello there." And because I am an absolute goofball, for the first 5 minutes that I got it, I held it up to my face and I was walking around to my family members, "Well, hello there," with this awesome mustache pen. I'm one of those people where I'm not ADD, but I very well could be, because if I don't write things down, I lose track of what I'm doing and I become very interrupt driven. But here's my fancy pen, because I'm really fancy. Let's see. Oh, it's really quiet. I don't know where the microphone is here, but it does speak when I press it down. It's really clever, I promise. And I'm really easily amused. I'm so fancy! See, I can't grow any facial hair of my own. I get facial hair envy from all these tactical beards I see out in the world. Oh, this is supposed to be a mood necklace, so I don't really know that it works, but I like that it changes colors. That's pretty much enough for me. John B. Oh, no, wait. First, we have a comment from Stephen Kovchek Sr. Actually made it to one of your live sessions. Yeah, sweet deal. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you have fun. We always do. John B. Dang, I missed last week, and I miss out on all the fun with trolls. Yeah, we had one dude making some awkward, inappropriate comments, and I totally didn't pay any attention to him, but a dad eventually booted him because he just is one of those folks who wasn't really there to chat, and that kind of takes away from the conversation that I can have with the rest of you who do want to be here and, interact with me. But we rarely have a problem with that. I don't think, have we ever had to kick somebody before? I think he's the only person we've ever had to block in, 17 live streams that we had done up to that point, so. Airborne, is there a trick to get the chat to see all the comments? I don't have any. I'm just logging into the site. Are you watching through a mobile device? That might be a factor. I'm just sitting, obviously, on a laptop here, so I can see.
They scroll.
I can see, and they just automatically scroll. That may be a factor. I don't know. Colleen Barnett, if you are anxious, you hide it well. I can't tell you're nervous at all on this end. Thank you. It's funny, with the video that I recently released for the Helping Hands project, which, by the way, I want to talk more about in a few. I'm super, super excited at how it's going. But before I get to that, I mentioned in that video that I struggled with social anxiety virtually all my life. And it surprises me to have so many people comment like, oh yeah, I never would have known, or I don't even believe that. Because for me, every time I get on camera, I have to find a happy place and just kind of relax, basically. And if you watch my early YouTube videos, like the ones from 2.5 years ago, 3 years ago, I think it really shows.
The cuts were short.
Yeah, because I had to do shorter cuts because I would just get so nervous and anxious and overwhelmed with trying to say something without sounding like an idiot and being so worried about my, on-screen presence and whatever, and trying to make a good impression and trying to be factual with my information. It was totally stressful, but a good stress. So we just ended up chop, chop, chop. I would get out a sentence at a time or something like that. But I'm glad to know that it doesn't seem as bad as it feels on my end, anyway. It's, for the last couple years, though, that I've been making the videos, I have made just leaps and bounds in progress of being able to deal with the anxiety I feel with interacting with a group of people. Which is good, because I like people, so this lets me interact with them more and be a little bit less awkward doing so. There's still plenty of social awkward. Don't worry, you'll see it. Let's go to the next comment here. Airborne, Sig Mosquito is a nice toy, but for me, a toy. I know a number of people who have mixed feelings on those. Some of them absolutely just adore them, but I've never shot them before, so I don't have a preference really.
I've shot them. The trigger isn't that great.
Oh, Dad says he's put a few rounds through them, and he's not really fond of the triggers. I would have to, I guess, take his word on it. I have shot, though, the Ruger 2245s and kind of learned how to shoot on the Ruger Mark III target. So if I'm going to get another 22 pistol, I think I want a 2245. I like the grip angle on them. Go figure, me, loving 1911s, I'd like a 2245. Let's catch up here. Thor Deshane, you lose old comments if you reload. Oh, okay, so I guess if you refresh, you'll just get a newer comment feed. Joe for Beats, I didn't do it. It was like that when I got here. The dog did it. My dog didn't do it. He's sleeping. And thankfully, he stopped snoring just before the live stream started. I was afraid you guys were going to hear his wonderful snorting sounds while he sleeps. He's not a quiet sleeper a lot of the time. It's funny. Colleen Barnett, everything is suddenly green on my end. Can someone tell me how to switch to the phone mode she mentioned earlier? I can't figure it out. I'm electronically challenged. LOL. How do you switch? Because I've not had problems. I've not needed to switch the bandwidth. Looks like there's some comment. I'm looking through the comments to find. Can somebody help Colleen out, please? Because it looks a little bit different on my end. Thank you, guys. Charger8924, you have a natural way with the camera. You look like you've been doing videos all your life. Oh, man, it doesn't feel that way. Right now, actually, I feel relaxed. Again, I think it went down from like a 4 to like a 2 or a 1. So I feel now I can focus on just having fun talking with you guys. But it's a bit of a process. I used to spend like, oh man, so many takes just kind of working out the uncomfort or the discomfort of being on camera and trying to like chill out and just do what I had prepared to do. Like I do research before I record videos, so I know what I'm planning to talk about, and I have an idea of how I want to say it and stuff, but I don't know. Oh, Colleen Barnett says, uh-oh, Jade, it's on the lowest quality already. Not good, huh? Oh, buckets. All right, well, let's scroll through some more of these comments here and see what else we have to talk about today. Ken Hill, I have a question. What is the correct procedure to be able to go to SHOT Show? I've been filming YouTube shooting videos for about a year now, and I saw some of your videos that you were at SHOT Show. Yeah, I've been at SHOT Show for 2 years now, and they have the NSSF, who hosts the show. They have a process, so you have to go to their site and apply, and they review. So you submit all of your credentials for why you feel you should be able to go to SHOT, and they review them. From what I hear, they're being a little bit more strict this year than they have in previous years. So I guess the more you can send in, the better. I don't believe it has opened up yet to go for media people to go. I haven't double checked on that yet today. I was planning to, but haven't gotten around to it. But yeah, I know they have a bunch of, like, you can email the NSSF if you go to nssf.org, I believe it is, and you can get more information straight from them, because those are the guys who are going to have the yay or nay on whether or not you're allowed to go in the first place. Okay, I'm being told it hasn't opened up yet for media.
And if they're going to record video?
Right. No, but I will. I mentioned the media thing because if you're planning on doing videos at SHOT, like I did, or taking photos at SHOT, you have to have permissions to go as a media person. You can get different levels so that you could do video or pictures, but you have to get a broadcast or a media badge.
That's not what I'm saying. If you're going to record video, you have to actually be requested by a vendor.
That is a great point.
Tell them about the Beretta thing.
When I first went to SHOT Show, I had to show proof that I had an arrangement with one or more of the vendors to do video at their booth or booths. And the first year I went, I had a email from Beretta that said that I had permission to go film during SHOT Show at their booth, and I had to show that for or send the NSSF that in order to get approval to go. So if you can get in touch with any vendors who are going to be at SHOT, I would highly recommend that, because that helps put some credibility to what you're doing. Colleen Barnett, oddly, switching to a higher resolution fixed it. I'm so happy to see your face instead of a green blob. Yippee! Oh, good. I'm glad that worked for you, because it looks different on my end, the recording end, I guess, if you want to call it. Daniel Hadley, question, is that your gun cleaning hat? I am into that fad of wearing some destructed clothing. I worked retail for a couple years, so I guess that kind of stuck with me. I have bought and own a couple of pairs of jeans with holes, although I have definitely owned pairs where I put my own holes in them accidentally. I mean, for fashion, of course, I wouldn't be klutzy enough to actually rip my jeans in the knee, tripping on the cement. I know how to walk. Okay, let's go to another comment. So yeah, this hat is just a hat I like, and I don't know, it's my logo is what's on top there, so it's my hat. Jesse Vanderhayden, NRA convention is better anyways, stick out tongue. You know, it depends on what you're going there for. What's really nice for me is it puts me in touch with a lot of different people in the industry. Like, I got my job writing as a managing editor for thearmsguide.com because I went to SHOT Show and I met somebody else. I met Brandon Webb, who runs the SoftRep network and all of the sites associated with that, of which the Arms Guide is a part. He met me there, saw my work, or looked up my work, my writing that I had done, and he was like, hey, why don't you write for us? So that worked out really nicely for me. But as far as having just like regular people who just want to look at the new guns and, you know, get excited about some of the stuff that's coming out, the NRA convention is really fantastic. It allows people who aren't like necessarily part of the business partners in the industry to go and see what's coming out. It's cool. So I think they both have their benefits. Let's Marcus De Bruno. Sad face. Sorry, Des, I have to go. Glad I was able to make some of the stream. Can't wait to see what I missed out on when it uploads. Enjoy the evening all. Bye. Bye, Marcus. Thanks for tuning in for a little bit. Have a lovely evening. Or day, whatever it is your time. Brian came. Hashtag Helping Hands Project is amazing. Thank you! I'm really, really excited with how well it's going over. I'm loving the participation I'm seeing, and holy cow, I am finding just so many awesome newer channels and kind of refreshing my feed. How do you guys feel about it? I know a couple of you have already gotten involved. Colleen Barnett, I'm considering going back to SHOT this year. I haven't been for the past 3 years. If I go, we'll have to meet. I know some people from Wisconsin who actually drive out there to Vegas, which, I like road trips, but, whew, that's a doozy. But if you're there, I would totally love to say hello. Schwell11, by the way, that's a wonderful username. I just like that. Just logged in. What did I miss? Talking about guns and gear. SHOT Show. Alright, I asked a question and now I've got some responses. Peter Duffy, I don't like to help people. Wink. I'm pretty sure I've seen a positive comment on this subject, this Helping Hands project from you. Maybe it was your evil twin or good twin who likes to help. Ken Hill I made a video response to Helping Hands. Awesome. Too bad the playlist does not cycle to show the lazy browser's other people's videos instead of only the first 5.
We can shuffle that.
I can work on shuffling that. Lance Stone, well, if I had something to spare, I would share it, but I'm a poor student on my own, can barely care for myself. That's one of the perks of the project. You can help by just sharing the video. All you have to do is click. No money, no work, just click like, click share, type a comment. All of that totally helps. It helps get the word out on the original Helping Hands project, and it helps get the word out on any of these newer subscribers. Which, by the way, up to this point, I think I've gotten everything up to this point. I'll check again. I check it regularly a couple of times a day. I scroll and look for the new additions. I think we have like 30 videos already, and they're on a playlist, or any playlist on my channel page. So if you go to youtube.com/FateofDestinee, you'll see that Helping Hands playlist, and you can see all the videos other people have shared. And you can go and check them out, and that totally helps. For free! Darren Lester, Destiny, have you shot any of the Chiappa revolvers? I have not, but I keep seeing that Rhino. That thing, I think it looks really ugly, but I'd really like to try it. It's just an aesthetic thing. I don't care how a gun looks if it shoots well, you know? But I don't know. I guess I've just never seen a revolver with that dropped barrel. It's bizarre. I've heard some people like them and some people don't, but I would really love to give it a shot myself, personally. Maybe one day. Brian Kane, I've gotten a few subs and a ton of views doing that video, so it's helping a lot. And Kenneth A. Fuller says, I have made a lot of new friends. That's awesome. I really love to see people helping each other out. It's wonderful watching that, like, generosity come out in others, you know? It, like, helps restore my faith in humanity. It's good. Let's look through some more comments here. Let's see. Letstone, having an ugly gun is such a guilty pleasure. Yeah, it can be. Especially, like, for concealed carry guns, it seems funny, or I think it's funny about myself that sometimes I'll like the look of something even though I'm looking at it for concealed carry. Like, well, it's gonna be hidden. That's the whole idea. But, well, I don't know. Maybe it's the girl in me. I like a pretty gun. Like a gun that works more than a gun that's pretty, but a little pretty never hurt. Jennifer Young. So, Void card. And yes, I made my first purchase today, too. Just like a girl going shopping. Sweet, you can get gun and ammo now. That's awesome. You are from Illinois, I believe. Oh, yeah, of course you are. You have the Void card. So, are you getting excited about looking at that concealed carry? Just curious. Dmitry Volkov. Des, what are your thoughts on a dedicated 22 long rifle upper for cheaper practice with an AR? Oh, I think it's totally worthwhile. My family members, a lot of them have 22 rifles that are dedicated, just 22 plinkers. And yes, it's still kind of hard to find 22, but a couple of the ranges and gun shops that I go to, they'll have some, even if they like limit it or whatever. But I still think that the value of getting that training of, you know, working on your trigger control, working on your sight picture, your grip, your stance, all of those fundamentals, you can develop so much with that little 22 cartridge. And I also, for myself, I find that I get a lot more benefit out of starting on 22 and then moving up to something bigger, and I see the benefit with shooting something bigger just because, you know, aim small, miss small. Peter Duffy, is your new necklace two whales kissing? It's a super, super fancy mustache that is supposed to be a mood necklace, so it changes color. I don't know how much it's accurate with gauging my mood, but I like how it changes color because it's usually blue or purple. Those are some of my favorite colors. Oops. That's silly though, that cracked me up. Jesse Vanderhayden, what do you think about pistol caliber carbines? I really want the SIG MPX carbine. Oh my god, so do I. That thing is just like so cool. I was just about drooling when I saw that at SHOT Show last year. It's just, I love the concept of it, and the technology is pretty clever too, as far as like how modular it is and how convertible it is too. I love the idea of getting the carbine and then getting the tack stamp and then putting the sleeve on it so that it's that integrated can. I think that's cool, personally. Stephen Hildreth Jr., what is a nice lady like you doing in a live chat like this? Hey, boss. How you doing, Stephen? I'm glad you can make a chat. I know you are often working when we're having these. Let's see here. I'm going to look through comments and get caught up a tad. Let's see. Lance Stone. Yeah, finally discovered an affordable AR-15 over here. Jesse Vanderhayden, I was literally drooling while holding it at the NRA convention. I can't even blame you. It's a very beautiful firearm. I'd really like to shoot it, but haven't been able to get a hold of one. You know. Let's look through here. Eric Kamichek. Thanks to the video I did for the Helping Hands project, I have several subscribers on my channel and several comments on my video. Yay! Well, thank you for participating. I really appreciate it. And so do the people who are getting involved. I'm seeing a lot of people who are benefiting from it. It's wonderful. Stephen Hildreth Jr. I'm doing well. Had some time before work, so I figured I'd stop by. How's you? Well, I'm glad you were able to join for a little bit. We are already having a lovely time. And we're it's already like almost 30 minutes in. How crazy is that? These chats seem to just like fly by. Charger 8924. Have you ever fired a Beretta CX4 Storm? Yes, I have. I thought it was a lot of fun. I don't know. I haven't gone out and gotten one. I guess I'm a little bit slower to get pistol caliber carbines because I still have rifle caliber carbines that are on my do want list that are a little higher up, but oh, I forgot. I had mentioned a comment before and I didn't address it, but Lance Stone says, yeah, also finally discovered an affordable AR-15 over here. That is awesome. I was excited to start seeing ARs come back onto the shelves at the couple of gun shops where I shop. By the way, what AR did you get? Sorry, talking is really thirsty work, so I have my water, my repurposed Powerade bottle with Mio water in it. It's cranberry raspberry as per usual. Oh, okay, that's much better. Alrighty, I'm gonna look through our comment scrolling here. Rubatonum. 22 long rifle is easier to find than what I've been looking for today. 32 Smith & Wesson long, an old revolver for my old neighbor lady. Yeah, I imagine that would be tricky to come by. I don't think I've ever seen that in a store anyway. Stephen Hilda Jr. Hydrate, beat the heat. My brother has a phrase that I picked up after coming home from basic. Drink water. And apparently it cures any physical malady of ever, which is pretty much true. But I never drink enough water, so I always have to trick myself into doing it by making it taste like juice. I'm like a child in that respect. I don't want it. It doesn't taste good. I do eat my vegetables, though, especially broccoli. Okay, let's, Lance Stone. Oh, it's still out of my, quote, able to pay for category, but it's not, like, 40,000. Oh, I don't know the Czech money denomination there. That sounds expensive.
Kroners, isn't it?
I have no idea.
No, I was thinking of...
Embrex. Yo, Fate. Oh, that's funny. What's the next firearm on your want list? That's a really good question. I have a couple of guns that I want. For cowboy action, I'd really like to get set up with a pair of Ruger Vaqueros in 357 Magnum. But then I'd also like one of those, I'm trying to, the trench gun, the in 12 gauge. I can't remember the designation for it off the top of my head. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, though. I want one of those, and then I'm thinking maybe a Henry, also in 357, a lever action. So that would be one block of what I want, just for cowboy action. But for USPSA, I'd really like to get a Tanfoglio, the TZ75. I like my Beretta, my M9, because it works for me, but I want something that feels similar ergonomically, but performs a little better. And from what I've been able to do with that CZ75 style of firearm, has definitely outperformed what I've been able to do with that Beretta 92 style firearm. So those are some of the do-wants. I also want to start building an AR-10, but It's just a forever long list. It's bad. I'm positive that I'm going to mispronounce this username, so I'm sorry right away. Apple Edge phone? Oh gosh, I'm embarrassed because I have no idea how to say that. What rifles do you have? A few, not enough. I don't like to get into the specifics of exactly how many firearms I own in public forums like this, or even, I don't even talk about that with my friends. I think pretty much only my family members know what I own. I have the same I have the same behavior with my concealed carry. I may like talk about something, an element about it, but I don't like to get into too much detail, OPSEC. Colleen Barnett, Destiny, have you ever tried any of the polymer-cased ammo? I'm seeing it online and in magazines. Just wondering if it's worth purchasing. No, I have not. I mean, I've shot, your standard shotgun shell, but that's not quite the same. Yankee Marshall, SIG P227 carry or 2 stainless Ruger Vaqueros? Oh, you can't ask me that. I guess if I really had to pick, I'd go with the SIG P227 because I have been just about in love with it since I saw that at SHOT. And unlike my dad's P226, the grip on the 227, maybe it was just the enhanced 227, but no, it was the standard 227. Fit my hand. It wasn't too large from in the grip from front to back, which is the only qualm that I've had about SIG grips, which is why I end up having a preference for like the enhanced elite options. But then they get pricey. But oh man, I am quite enamored with that firearm. Although I do like Vaqueros, and I would definitely like them stainless. I love a little bit of bling in a gun, especially one that I'm not planning to carry. Stephen Hildreth Jr. Here's one. Ever shoot a SIG P220? Thoughts if you have? It features a bit in something fictional I'm working on. Not the P220, the 226. And my tiny little baby 238 and the 938, but no, sorry. Looking back through the comments, I'm generally pretty good at keeping caught up, but sometimes it's hard to keep track. Oh, Lance Stone says Dest. By the way, I still don't know what the denomination is, except that it's 40,000 of the Czech standard of money. I know I sound really culturally isolated right now. Is around $2,077 US dollars. Yeah, I suppose I could have Googled it, but I'm having a conversation. I know, that's a bad excuse. Alrighty. Yankee Marshall, I just bought a second P220. Bought the P220 carry and already had the P220 Elite stainless carry. Your gun collection makes me green with envy. You have some really beautiful firearms and I am totes jealous. Ooh, Chris Miller, I own a German P220 made in 1994. That's rad. Dmitry Volkov, Yankee, I bought my Vaquero after watching your revolver vids. Alright. Looking through. So the comments getting caught back up again. Oh, but Yankee says, me too. Those are what is on my list, but the P227 would have to come first. Yeah, it's a tough choice for sure, but... Colleen Barnett. Thanks, Scott. I was wondering about polymer being strong enough to handle all that pressure. Seems strange to me, but what do I know? It does seem bizarre, but I suppose there is a similar kind of response initially when Glock pistols started hitting the markets of people like, what? Polymer guns? This is crazy. But at least then, the chamber was still steel. Now, who knows? It could be the wave of the future. I mean, look at all these 3D printed guns that we're seeing now. I swear, it feels like, every time I, log into, I find a lot of people on Facebook who are talking about them. Darren Lester. So, have you had any luck finding a PPQ yet, Des? I have seen one in gun shops, but they seem to sell pretty quickly. So I haven't fired one myself yet. Yankee Marshall, when you are old like me, you will have a lot too. Oh gosh, there's the name that I know that I'm mispronouncing. Apple AJ phone. We'll just keep trying them, and then you can keep, like, correcting me, and then maybe eventually I'll improve. Anyway, the comment reads, I wish they would allow AR-15s here in Sweden. Sadly, they're banned here. Most semi-autos and autos are banned in Sweden. That's a bummer. I know there are certain states in, the U.S. that are quite restrictive, but at least it hasn't gotten to that point of restriction yet. Knock on wood. Thor to Shane, I saw a 3D printer at a trade show today. The salesman didn't seem to want to talk about the Liberator. I've seen a couple of other models too. There's also one that, it's largely 3D printed, but then it has a number of metal parts to try to increase the wear resistance. I find the whole concept really intriguing. Matthew Jones, I don't see what's wrong with calling it what it is. Plastic. Why try to sound high-tech by using a marketing word like polymer? Yeah, my dad and I were just talking about that earlier, that it's just plastic. I'll use the term polymer because most people know what I'm referring to, and some people get the impression that I mean it in a derogatory way if I say, it's a plastic gun, but I do. It is essentially plastic. I guess it's just a matter of preference if you like the word more or not. Okay, let's look through some more comments. Oh man, I'm way behind here. Colleen Barnett, have you ever seen a slow-mo vid of a polymer handgun when it's being fired? The plastic flexes so much. Amazing. I have seen that. I think I've only watched Glock videos where they did that with a Glock, but it's really incredible to see how much flex it can have, but it'll still be operational. It almost seems to, defy physics. I mean, obviously it doesn't. There are rules for why it does what it does, but it sure does look cool. I am so sorry that I don't know how to pronounce your name, but our friend from Sweden. Apple iPhone, still waiting for my 338. Oh, that's clever, fabulous. Apple iPhone. Still waiting for my 338 Win Mag. Been waiting for 2 months. Hopefully I'll get it until New Year's. Bolt Action Seiko 75. Oh, looks like you have some wonderful taste in firearms. Yankee Marshall, if bridges were made that they didn't flex, they would shatter. Yeah, we did talk about that in my physics class. But I hated my physics class. I mean, that calculus? Ridiculous. I did manage to pass, but I had to visit our school's tutors, the entire semester or year's worth of our classes. Oh, Joker Beat says, we forgot to say where we're all from tonight. Yes, I did. I usually mention that. So, from where is everybody tuning in? I know we have some people a viewer in Sweden, whose name I have mispronounced 8 times now. Elzetta Dave, hey Des, any feedback on the new Elzetta high output Charlie flashlight? Actually, I brought it today for my show and tell.
Thanks, I am ridiculously blind.
Dad made the mistake of looking at me while I did that, and I'm just about blinded him. Sorry, that was unintentional. Because I had to be more careful with that. But yes, this thing is brilliant. And I mean that literally. It's really freaking crazy bright. And so far, I'm super pleased with it because it is just like the ZFL M60 that I've grown so fond of, except on steroids because it's brighter, and it's a 3-cell instead. So I'm very pleased with the battery life extension that I have with the 3-cell rather than the 2-cell. And I like the crenellated bezel on it too. My ZFL M60, the one that I carry on me all the time, has fallen out of my pocket a couple times, so it has definitely survived a whole lot of wear. Very, very well. So, well made. Oh, but I had asked before where everybody's tuning in from, so let me get caught up on where people are located. Oh, man, I missed a whole bunch. I talk too much. Rig 167 in Canada, Ohio, Florida, Washington, Key Largo, Florida. I'd love to be in Florida. It's starting to get chilly up here in Wisconsin. Stockholm. I totally want to visit Stockholm. My dad has been there, but I didn't get to go with him. Illinois, the Quad Cities area, Arizona, Nashville, Tennessee, Minnesota, Tampa Bay, Florida, Grand Junction, Colorado, Washington State, the Illinois Socialist Republic, that's funny, Vancouver, Pittsburgh, Indiana, but soon to be North Carolina, and following that, Northeast North Carolina, Excelsior Springs, Missouri, Brazil, Indianapolis. Oh, France. That's cool. And once again, the Czech Republic. Arizona. A New Jersey pizza shop. Delicious. East Coast pizza is my favorite. Absolutely. I mean, I like Chicago pizza, but love East Coast pizza, New York pizza especially. That's what's up. Scott, I love physics and calculus, but then again, I'm a chemist and I majored in math and physics. Hats off to you, seriously. I do okay in chemistry. I got a B in my calc-based physics classes, but that was through a lot of work and having really patient tutors. So, my eyes gone. Yeah, it's 900 lumens. This thing is ridiculously bright. Even the low power setting is bright. Let's see, that's high, and there's low power. And I usually keep it on the low power just for like everyday stuff, like I can't find my cell phone, is it under the couch kind of thing. But that 900 lumens, it leaves this like bright white blue imprint on your retinas for a while. Elzetta Dave, 900 lumens of blindness for Dad of Destiny. Sorry. The burbs of Chicago. Oh, my eye! So did she blind Dad of Destiny again? Savage Henry asks. No, this time he was looking away from where I was flashing. He was anticipating. Eric Kmitchik, what a powerful flashlight. Yes, it is, and it is new. A new offering from Elzetta. And I will have some review coming up on this wonderful tool. It's funny, when I started carrying a tack light or flashlight, however you prefer to label that, I wondered how I got along without it. There's so many like little things that I use it for that I just wouldn't have thought. Kind of like carrying a pocket knife, which I do that too, all the time. And Thor to Shane, it's not cold yet. I am not a winter person. I joke with that I must be cold-blooded because I can't seem to generate my own body heat. I don't do so well in the cooler weather. It dips below like 75 and I'm like, oh man, I need the hoodies. I'm bad about that. I would way rather be too warm than too cold. Although, if it means like shooting or not shooting, I'll still go shoot in the cold weather, in the winter, in the snow, because I really want to shoot. But that doesn't mean I enjoy being cold or that I've gotten used to it, even though I've been in Wisconsin for a number of years now. Oh man, y'all are talking about pizza now, and I am all of a sudden starving.
How about that pizza we had
I have some family out on the East Coast, and so I've been out in that area a number of times, and that is like the first thing I do is, well, if I can have my way anyway, I beg to go get pizza and like New York style pizza and birch beer, which is so tasty. I don't know why they don't sell it out in the Midwest. I've never been able to find it except in the East Coast, and it is so tasty. I absolutely love it. And then I come home and I eat like Wisconsin pizza, and it disappoints me. It's like, I know you're trying to be pizza, but this doesn't count. It takes me like months of adjustment after being spoiled with really good pizza. I have gone, though, the one thing that I do enjoy that I found at pizza places in Wisconsin is Ian's Pizza. There are a few of them out, some out in Milwaukee, some out in Madison. There may be more, but I haven't heard of any more. But you can get some really fun pizzas like barbecue chicken pizza or macaroni and cheese pizza, and I like those because you can be more creative with what you're eating. Colleen Barnett, you're special, Destiny. I don't even have an AVS head yet. Hint, hint to Elzetta Design, LOL. Yep. Elzetta. Colleen Barnett, we're in different rooms and our feeds are in different places. That sounds really weird. That is hilarious. I totally am guilty of that, like especially my brother and I, because we're both big goofballs. We'll be sitting next to each other, maybe watching Doctor Who or something. I'll send him a text message sitting right next to him, and I'll put my phone away as though I was doing nothing. And then like 60 seconds later, he'll get a text message from me and answer it, and then put his phone away as though we weren't sitting next to each other. Because we're dorks like that. I don't know, I think it's funny. Lance Stone, in Soviet Russia, it's almost as cold as in the Czech Republic. We breathe on our thermometers to feel warmer because we're a bit more south. Lance Stone, Doctor Who! Oh my gosh, yes! Oh, I have to show you what I bought today. Where did I put my box of special things? Is it still in that room? Please do. Because it's, Ruatonum says Bad Wolf. Because I may have bought something that was kind of a little bit Doctor Who inspired today. By the couch? May have been. 2 seconds, guys. Where is it? Yeah, it's here. Okay, I got it.
You really wanted to show
I really wanted to show you. I told you I was a goofball. So, there is evidence right there. But just before the live stream today, I got these. And I am really excited because 10th Doctor is one of my favorites. I started Doctor Who with 9th Doctor, Christopher Eccleston. And I totally was enamored with Doctor Who right there, and he's still one of my favorites. But then I moved on to David Tennant, who is pretty much like a fictional hero of mine. Plus, why wouldn't I need, how would I need, I'm a girl, I don't need justification to go and buy shoes. But red high tops, like some of the shoes that 10 wears all the time, it's totally awesome.
You just referred to him as 10.
Yes, I did.
Wow, that's nerdy.
Whovians understand. I know, I'm a goof. And Peter Duffy, they look like size 14s. They're not. They're just a regular size. I have normal feet. They're not like particularly small or particularly big, which is nice because I rarely have to like order something online for shoes. Only once in a while because it's a popular shoe size, they're sold out. Oh, I also have added to my tactical gear today. I'll show you my new watch. Oh man, look at the time. It's bad o'clock. So if you didn't think I was a dork before, I hope I've destroyed those illusions. Okay, cool. I just had to make sure that latched properly. But yes, so now I can know exactly what bat time it is. Oh, I showed it to the camera, and it's like, I got a glare, but that's okay. I showed it again. Okay. Thor to Shane, stupid Firefox, I'm switching to Chrome. I usually use Chrome. It's only once in a while that I'll switch to Firefox, but I will never use Internet Explorer. I see my sister using it, and I'm like, why? What are you doing? And then it crashes in like 5 minutes. I'm like, told you so. Stephen Hildreth Jr., you're not a dork. You're the queen dork. Get it together, your highness. Jeez. I don't know if I should be, like, flattered or offended, but because I am apparently queen dork, I'll take that as flattery. Peter Duffy, was it payday or did Dad of Death leave the wallet lying around?
Oh, that's why you came back with all of those things.
Actually, I have just been saving because I really, really like shoes. That is the girliest thing about me, is how much I enjoy shoe shopping. And it is just about physically painful for Dad to take me shoe shopping because I get all like indecisive and like, oh, I only have so much money, but I like these ones and I like these ones. Dad, what do you think? He's like, do they fit? Pretty much. And Stephen Hildreth Jr., that's coming from a high-end nerd, so it's high-end flattery. Well then, thank you. Savage Henry, the Bank of Destiny. Yeah, I have to plan my purchases, even Converse high tops. Jofa Beats, no, I need that watch. Colleen Barnett, Peter, you never tell a lady her shoes look big. Oh, I used to work, I used to sell shoes, which I learned very quickly that was a really bad idea for me, because just like for those people who are firearms enthusiasts working in a gun store, I ended up buying a lot of the stuff and not coming home with any like real paycheck. It was bad. Dad is remembering that, like, because he tried to be like, Destiny, this is a dumb idea. You really like shoes. Being around them for 6 to 8 hours a day, what makes you think you're going to like them less and, you know, be able to resist buying, oh, I have the discount, or this is on sale. Yeah, Dad was right. I no longer have that job. Haven't for a while, but...
It was a net loss, you working there.
Maybe. Dad's pointing out that it was a net loss, me working there. I was only there for like 6 months, and I made everything, or I spent everything I earned. Luckily, it was a second job, so I had some freedom with that, but I got the second job so that I'd have money to spend on other things, not just, you know, food and bills or whatever. That didn't work out so well. I mean, I bought other things, but it was just shoes, and then, oh, it was bad. We'll just say that. Okamiji Goku. Oh no, don't tell me she bought a sonic screwdriver. No, that's shipping. It has no right. I mean, what? Honestly, I really want a sonic screwdriver, but I can't decide if I want the sonic screwdriver from 9th and 10th Doctor or from 11th Doctor. Because they're different, you know? And they're both cool. Maybe I'll just get both. Thanks. Ooh, this is a tough one. Jade. Okay, Des, do you like shoes or guns more? I guess if somebody said, okay, you can either get this pair of shoes or an equivalent amount of money on a firearm, I would get a gun. So I guess if it was really pressured, I would say firearms, but they're definitely like two of my favorite things to spend money on. So much so that I will save up to spend money on shoes or guns. Embrex, hey Des, get Dad on cam. He doesn't prefer to be on camera. He has been like the back of his head in a video or two in the last 300, or from the side, but he's not into that. He says he'd rather, you know, watch me have fun with whatever I'm working on, and that seems to work out for us because it means that he doesn't mind all the times me begging him, please, can you operate the camera for me? I can't do another tripod video or whatever. Oh, and John B. answered, Dad of Destiny will not go on cam. Yeah, it's not his thing. My brother doesn't really like being on camera either, although I have gotten him to say hello. I mean, he's my best friend, and I think he's really cool because he's, well, very similar to me. We have very similar personalities, and So most people, if they enjoy me, they think my brother's cool. And I can't help but to be proud of him as a big sister. So I want to be like, hey, look at how cool my brother is anyway. But once in a while, he'll show up. Dmitry Volkov, what have we learned? When your dad says that's a dumb idea, he's probably right. Yeah. Like that phrase, father knows best. No, my dad really does. I can't think of a time he's ever steered me wrong. But sometimes I'm just really stubborn and independent, and I want to do things myself and learn the hard way. And those times, he tells me, I told you so. But he really is supportive and a great coach, and I appreciate his feedback on anything that I'm doing in my life. Even with my YouTube videos, I bounce ideas off of him a lot, and sometimes he'll be like, Destiny, that is such a weird concept. I don't know. Like, how are you going to make this work? He's a really great sounding board. Grant Dana, what do you think about the High Point 45 ACP? I haven't shot a High Point at all, actually. So I guess if it works, then, cool. LZ Dave says, testimony, the dad of Destiny rocks. Yeah, he does. Of course, I might be a little bit biased, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure my dad is like awesome sauce. Dad says, enough talking about dad. He's modest. Dmitry Volkov, lessons learned the hard way are rarely forgotten. True, but sometimes I'm just stubborn and, I don't know, immature. Apple iPhone. Des, if you ever come to Sweden, will you drop by a range someday so we can shoot a little? I'll lend you some big rifles to try out. Sadly, I have to go to bed now. It's 3 a.m. here. I do love your videos. Well, thank you for tuning in. I know it's late for overseas folks, so I really appreciate it. And one day I would absolutely love to go to Stockholm, so... Jade, so Dad of Destiny is a bit like the Stig from Top Gear. His face is never seen. Yeah! Stephen Hildreth Jr., not even Chuck Norris has seen Dad of Destiny. Jack Bauer saw him once and barely survived the encounter. It was a draw. That's hilarious. Okay, getting caught back up on comments here. Looking through here. John B., you're giving him a complex, lol. Nah, he just tells me, okay, really. Like he did a few minutes ago. Okay. Lee Nakas... I'm sorry if I pronounced this incorrectly. Nakasone? I don't know. High points are ugly. I don't mind a gun not looking, cool or whatever, as long as it works. I mean, if I have two firearms that are equal in performance, equal in price, equal in, whatever else, I will go with the more visually appealing one. But, if it comes down to it, it fires, it's reliable, and it does what you want it to do, what you're looking for. I've got no hate for a firearm that fulfills that. Alessio Baldi, how is he doing? Your bro, Des. Well, he's been busy lately, so I've heard less from him than on times where he has less stuff going on. But, I mean, he is overseas, so that's the whole point, is for him to be doing work. But he's still happy, misses home, misses his family, but I do appreciate getting to hear from him, even if it's just like a little message. And how wonderful that the internet allows us this opportunity, that he can send me a message from, way far away from home, and I can, say hello to him. It's wonderful. It helps me kind of hang in there while I'm waiting for my best bud to come back home. We got a while yet, but plugging along. Oh, the FOD Blitz. We haven't done it. For those of you who haven't done the FOD Blitz, what I like to do is ask you guys to help me show some support to some of my YouTube friends. Generally, what we do is go with smaller channels, but today I would like to go with a channel that has a larger subscriber base. but for a particular reason. The channel that I'm choosing today is the Military Arms channel, or Sturmgewehr, and I will spell that for you in a second so that we can, get everybody to it. But Mac has been a YouTube friend of mine for over 2 years now, and I like his content, I like his videos and the information that he provides, but he's also a friend, and he's given me a lot of advice, and I consider him to be a mentor. And I really appreciate all of the help that he's given to me and my channel over the past couple of years. So I want to use this opportunity to use the FOD Blitz to help him out and give him a few more views and comments. So what we'll do is we'll go to his channel, and to the vid I have chosen is his most recent video. It's the Starbucks' new gun policy, which I'm bringing up his YouTube channel right now. And the channel name is Military Arms. He calls it the Military Arms channel, but it is Sturmgewehr. So I need to look up the spelling for you to make sure that I pronounce it correctly. Okay, so if you go to YouTube and Google, or go to YouTube and put in the search term, sorry. Isn't it funny how that's become such a phrase, or popular phrase today? But if you'll go to youtube.com/STURMGEWEHRE, then that will bring you to Mac's channel, and then go to the video Starbucks No Gun Policy and leave him a comment. FOD Blitz, or FOD sent me, or FateofDestinee Blitz. Some of you are already actually commenting. I will go and I'll read through these comments, and sure, we'll see some of the love on his channel. And if you want to do something more creative, go for it. It will be entertaining, I'm sure. But I read the username, and then I read the comments. So, without further ado, I shall read what you've started posting. Fish in Key Largo says, FOD Blitz! Excavator EE from FOD, and this is a Blitz. Volkov 556, agree 100%, and FOD Blitz. Das FOD Panzerkampfwagen Blitz! I hope I didn't embarrass my lack of knowing how to pronounce German characters too poorly there. Too much there. Keeping Peace 2010 says, it's Blitz time! ... FOD style. Savage Henry 762, Destinee Blitz! Alright, I'll refresh the comments. Oh, geez, it refreshed a whole bunch of them. My name is Alessio B., General of the Italian Legions and loyal servant to the true Empress, FateofDestinee. At my signal, unleash awesomeness! Blitz! That wouldn't be a Gladiator reference, would it? P.S. That is one of my all-time favorite movies. Last week it was a Lord of the Rings reference, which was equally epic. Darth Groover, FateofDestinee Blitz. Chris B, FOD Blitz. Should I be here? Hang on to your guns, Mac. You are about to be FOD Blitzed. Lutz Mowinski, FOD Blitz has struck from Germany. Smile. Keep up the good work. Big smile. Viking Knight 2012. This deluge of views and comments was brought to you by FOD Blitz. That is a wonderful word, by the way, deluge. I rarely use that. Charger 8921. FateofDestinee T-Rex Army Blitzkrieg. I'm super vicious. Don't worry about it. Elzetta Design. You've been blitzed. Parentheses. FateofDestinee for the win. End parentheses. Tampa Bay Blaster. FOD Blitz from Des. 40 Cal Jeeper. Longtime viewer, but on this occasion, ... FOD Blitzkrieg. Red Sig 226 says, FOD Blitz. Dude, you guys totally rock. This is awesome. Loving the response. I'm refreshing the page real quick here to catch the newer ones. Yeah, you guys are just awesome. Holy cow. Savage Gunfighter 21 says, FOD Blitz. Lance D. Stone, you have been FOD blitzed. Resistance is futile. Parentheses, seriously though, I think a reasonability should be considered in these actions, not from states. End. Parentheses. Baseball BK30, FOD blitz for the win. Awesome channel. Eric K, prepare to be invaded by the FOD army. FOD blitz. Jennifer Young, it's an FOD blitzkrieg. Christopher Miller, Destiny's Destroyers checking in. Oh, doesn't that sound bad arse? That's cool. Should I be here? The FOD army has arrived. Mark 38, 1969. Thanks from the FOD Blitz crew. Chris B, hashtag FOD Blitzkrieg. Turtle Wolfpack. Your worst enemy is yourself, and you will be judged by your worst actions, even if there is only one. Sage. Rubitonum. Blitzilla! Insipid MT. You have a tactical beard. Everyone knows you're carrying a gun, even when it's concealed. He does have that factor to consider. That's true. I guess I'm glad I don't have that. It would be kind of awkward for me. I don't think I could pull off a tactical beard. Randy House, FOD Blitz. Gosh, that was a ton. Oh, geez, I reversed the page and there were more. That's freaking awesome, guys. Baseball BK30, hashtag Helping Hands Project, Fate of Destiny playlist. Randy House, FOD Blitz. Preppertard, open carry trolls are a joke. Way to mess up stuff for everybody, open carry trolls. Yep, that's not a blitz. I don't think that's a blitz comment. Waffen40, FOD Blitz, Blitz. You get the drift. Joe Blunt, FOD and the Holy Blitz. That's really funny. I see what you did there. Mesarak, 2VH. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but sorry if I didn't. FOD Blitzen. Wow, guys, you just blew the comment section up. And one more, Schwell11. I can neither confirm or deny that FOD sent me, but the blitz is on. Awesome. That was really good, guys. That was awesome. Bradley, LOL, Dasco is strum for Halloween and get the tactical beard. Speaking of Halloween, I may have spent like 4 hours last night working on a potential zombie get-up. Because Halloween for my family has always been, I don't know that it's really Halloween in the traditional sense per se. I mean, it's not about the trick-or-treating for us or whatever else other people do. But for us, it's about family projects because every family member in my family helps with everybody else's costumes. And it just becomes this huge art project thing. Like, my family goes crazy on Halloween costume stuff. Like, I personally, actually most of my family are really huge, like, slasher flick, horror movie fans just in general. So we have and enjoy and watch a lot of zombie movies. And I even like the, like, awful B-rated stuff. I get a huge kick out of, like, especially the, like, ridiculous over-the-top movie gore. Like, oh my gosh, that's not even just what. And being able to put together masks and we get, like, professional grade latex. We even have, like, a home recipe for stage blood to just make these costumes and masks and stuff that nobody else can duplicate because they're personal works of art, and we get to work on that as a family. Like, my dad helped me with all of the mask, the latex wounds and stuff that we were creating to make this really cool, like, Walking Dead looking like zombie last night. So I may or may not have some pictures to put up on Facebook for those of you who are interested. Jade, hey, Army of Darkness is a B movie, and it's a cult classic. I love that movie. I get a huge kick out of it. My brother and I just crack up over it, even though we've seen it a million times. Scott Messino says, yo, and then yo. Yeah, I know. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Ooh, Chris Miller, what are your thoughts on all the schools going overboard with zero tolerance, like the 7th grader who was suspended for shooting his airsoft gun in his front yard? I wrote an article on that actually just today. It went live like 2 hours ago or so. I can't even believe that. I thought that was crazy that this kid would be under potentially, he's being considered for expulsion. Him and his buddy, the two boys out of the 4, I think, kids who were playing is possibly going to be expelled because they were playing with airsoft pistols in their yard, not even on school property. And I looked a little bit at the law for Virginia Beach, because that was in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and there are some restrictions on using airsoft pistols or similar toy guns that use either compressed air or springs to propel a projectile. And I found so they're kind of particular about that. Like they say you have to exercise reasonable caution, which I think is kind of a gray area. But I did some more reading then on other states and cities that have restrictions on the use of airsoft guns and stuff like that. I found this one city where it is not allowed, bows and arrows aren't allowed, airsoft guns, air rifles, BB guns, none of that is allowed to be discharged or to allow to be discharged. So you can't pull the trigger or use some other implement to pull the trigger to discharge a pistol, rifle, revolver, anything that fires any kind of projectile, whether it's, manual or fire propelled. It's just crazy. I had no idea that some places would be so restrictive. My first thought was, well, if it's on my property and it's safe and I'm not endangering anybody's health or anybody's, and it's quiet, so it's not not a nuisance, I would have thought that it wouldn't even be an issue, that especially this kid's airsoft pistol was like a $25, it's like a zombie themed toy. I never would have anticipated that there would be such a response like that his school would find out about the behavior not on school grounds and then suspend him and maybe even expel. It just seems like needlessly harsh. Yankee Marshall says, well, I have to run to Target and get the stuff for my response video to your 50,000 sub video. When do those have to be submitted by? Woo! That's excellent. I'm really excited about that response. I'm sure it'll be hilarious. I'm accepting them until October 10th. So the end of the day, Thursday, October 10th is the cutoff. Colleen Barnett. Jesse, there's one here against carrying ice cream cones in your pocket, believe it or not. I guess that's why I don't get paid to make laws, because I think a lot of them, don't make sense to me. Looking through, Scott Messino says, schools starting to mimic the government. I just thought it was kind of bizarre that the school would respond to that. Not the police, which there were, I did read that the police were looking into it. But as far as I've found up to this point, they hadn't charged the kid, either of the boys with anything, but they were suspended regardless. Del Reed, will you be in your Halloween costume on your live stream October 29th? I might have to do that. I have 2 costumes because, like I said, I really like Halloween, and I really like being able to dress up and do something totally different and fun. So I have 2 costumes. I may wear one of them for the live stream, so you'll have to tune in to find out. Looking through. The comments here. And when the comments update, it like drops them down on my list, and then whatever I was reading, it runs away on me. Chris Miller, still, it's no business of the school, and the PD even admitted that they don't really enforce it, and some nosy neighbor called 911 even though she knew it was a toy gun. I've read a lot of articles of instances like that, and I wonder, how would you address that if it was your kid with, an airsoft gun or something that resembled a firearm? I don't have kids, so I can't, make that judgment call of what I would do. Jesse Vanderhayden, there's an ordinance against throwing snowballs in my town. I wish I were joking. Aw, I loved snowball fights as a kid. Nowadays, this is cold. Okay, let's get caught back up on comments. Brian Kane, what is your favorite movie, Destiny? Oh, that's a tough one. It's probably... I'm a movie junkie, so I watch a lot of stuff, and I especially like action or thrillers or horror movies, which those genres often can blend, which I enjoy. But I think my all-time favorite would have to be Robert Rodriguez's Sin City. I love that video. Just like how it looks, like aesthetically, it looks like a live-action comic book. And I love that style of cinematography and the use of color. The high contrast just like really jumps out at you. And as an artist, I can't help but to enjoy that. Graphic art is one of my favorite styles of art too, just because of the statements that it can make and how dramatic and bold it is, and how having something in black and white, when you use those splashes of color like the red or yellow utilized in Sin City, it just adds to it visually as well as a plot driven, or as an element of the plot, like that yellow bastard. Having that character being yellow really adds to the story. But it's a tough choice. Oh, also, the gun that is used most often in that movie is one of my favorites, the Springfield 1911. So I can't help but have a little bit of a soft spot, because the first 19 I ever shot was a Springfield 1911, and I still shoot a Springfield 1911 a lot. Jennifer Young, a friend told me to watch Sin City, which is not normally something I like, and I absolutely loved it. Yeah, it's different. I also really like Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. It's sweet, but I like the way it made me think, especially the first time I saw it, like, huh. And I love a movie that challenges me to look at the world from a different perspective. But I like a lot of different movies. Jeff Eames, hey everyone, how are you guys and girls? Welcome to the live stream. We still have... Oh, we only have, like, 12 more minutes. How crazy is that? I totally thought we had at least, like, 30, 45 minutes. But it has been a lovely chat up to this point. I guess before we have the last like few minutes to chat, I want to mention a couple of things. If you haven't already, check out thearmsguide.com, which I mentioned earlier. We post an article every day. Actually, we keep growing, which is phenomenal, with new viewers and new contributors. We have a wonderful team, and that allows us to publish content on a lot of different subjects. But most of it is geared toward like your average everyday gun buyer. Also, so if you haven't dropped by, check out some of the articles that we have. Let us know what you think. We're always interested in hearing your feedback. Also, if you haven't gotten involved already, check out the Helping Hands Project. If you go to youtube.com/FateofDestinee, you can see the video, #Helping Hands Project, Fate of Destiny. And it is my charity event that I have launched associated with my 50,000 subscriber giveaway. So people who get involved, whether they're making a video to help support channels less than 5,000 subscribers, or their help sharing videos and not creating a video, but just clicking like, clicking share, typing a comment. People who share the videos on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, they're eligible for some prizes, which we've already had a bunch of awesome donations. I will be posting an update video very soon, announcing some of these, well, the prizes up to this point, because I even have a couple of emails right now of people who have donated things that I need to add to the list. Really excited about all of the involvement we've had. But please check it out and help us out. Help us help other channels. Ooh, one of the prizes is a gun. So that prize won't be eligible for people overseas. Sorry, I can't send you a firearm, but there are plenty of prizes that I can ship outside of the US. So just because you are in Sweden or France or Brazil, you can totally still get involved, and you don't even have to record a video if you don't want to. Brian Kane, Destiny, you should blitz a Helping Hands video next week. That is a wonderful idea.
Go to random.org and just...
Yeah, I'll just randomly pick one of the ones in the playlist. I am sharing out any of the videos that people have submitted already on my social networking, but I'm only one person, so if you guys can help out, we can continue to and make an even bigger dent in giving some attention to these smaller channels that have a harder time getting started, just because there are so many new YouTubers every day. Jesse Vanderhaven, tell me again, what do I do if I want to donate a prize? Send me an email if you're interested in making a donation to the Helping Hands project. Email me at FateofDestinee@gmail.com, so FateofDestinee@gmail.com, and put somewhere in the subject Helping Hands project, so I know that that's what your email is about, and we can work out getting the donation to me so that I can send it out to other people. Okami Jigoku, I can't even make a video because I have no camera either. Then you can share. I'm randomly picking 10 people, and actually, because we have more than 10 prizes, it looks like it's going to be more than 10 people.
He can make a video if he does a slideshow with a video creator.
Okay.
Doesn't need a camera.
Yeah, I will mention that. Thank you. So you can either share the videos, any of the videos that have in their title hashtag Helping Hands Project, Fate of Destiny, any of those videos, share them out, and you're eligible to win one of these prize packs for people who are sharing videos. But you don't have to have a video camera to record a video. There have been a number of people who are just not comfortable with being on camera, or maybe their best option, or they don't have a video camera option or whatever, who use, what is that called, Video Creator?
Yes.
And they make like a slideshow video, basically. So they make their slideshow and they promote two other channels, two channels that have less than 5,000 subscribers, and talk about why you think people should check them out. Why do they merit, some attention? And just have in the title hashtag Helping Hands Project, Fate of Destiny, and then put the links in the description to those two new channels so that we can all go see and check out those channels. So you don't have to have a camera to record a video. I mean, if you want to, though, by all means, go for it. But I've learned of a ton of really wonderful channels and met some really nice people through this event. And it launched on September 19th, but I will be continuing to accept these video responses and sharing through Facebook and YouTube, which I'll check your activity feeds. And, the cutoff date is Thursday, October 19th, and that's when I will look through all of the people who've been helping out, and then randomly select the winners, and then I'll have an announcement video about who the winners are. Trevor, I need to make a video for Shoot Fast Fun. It's a nice family-oriented channel about shooting. Awesome. Oh, by the way, the channels that you recommend, they don't have to be necessarily like firearms or shooting-based channels. If there's somebody else out there, less than 5,000 subscribers, and you really like their channel and you really think more people should give them some attention, by all means, recommend them. Schwell11. I didn't realize there was a contest. Yeah, I want to encourage people to get involved and help each other out and help other smaller channels who can really appreciate it. Because I remember how difficult it is, getting started. It wasn't that long ago. And so the people who record videos, they'll be eligible for 2 sets of prizes, and people who just help share the videos, they're eligible for prizes too. Colleen Barnett, Charger, do that. Talk to yourself and just record it. You can do voiceovers if you don't want to be seen. Lots of folks do that too. Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of people do that. Or what one of my friends does is they'll put like a firearm or just something interesting or whatever to look at, point the camera at that, and then they'll just sit there and talk. And maybe it's their hands or just the gun or a knife or something funny or whatever they feel like showing. But it relieves the pressure of having to have their face on camera or something. But still get the word out about a couple of cool new channels. Delta Leader, by the way, this is my first live stream chat that I've been on. Wow, well, welcome to the conversation. How are you liking it? I still get nervous like right as they start, but after, 20, 30 minutes, I start just plain having fun and enjoying chatting with everybody. I never get to interact, or rarely get to interact with other firearms enthusiasts. So this is just plain enjoyable conversation with like-minded people, and I look forward to it every week. Rurotonum, amateur here too. Cheap camera. I just cut to the action. There is no shame in not having super amazing, high quality, professional production gear. Especially for these kinds of videos of just getting the word out and sharing a little love. Everybody's got to start somewhere. I started with a cell phone camera, and you had a number of videos where it was just the HD cell phone camera, and even before then we had a standard definition camera, I think, for a while. And I look back at those videos and I'm like, oh man, I recorded with that? Ugh. But that's what I had. I just worked with what was around, and eventually over the last couple of years I've saved my pennies and been able to work up into a little bit better gear. I still don't have a super amazing setup, but I want to use this opportunity to help some other people out. So people who create videos, the guys who have less than 5,000 subscriber channels, they're eligible to win an HD video camera and some video production, video editing software. And that's totally theirs to do whatever they want with. And hopefully that'll help them get kind of a leg up in what they want to do with their YouTube channel. And then for the people who have channels greater than 5,000 subscribers, I'll be sending them a $200 gift card for Amazon.com, so they can maybe put that money into new gear for their channel, or I don't know, buy the DVD set of How I Met Your Mother or whatever they like. I just want to encourage other people to help each other out, and so far we've been getting a wonderful response. I'm really excited about it. Peter Duffy, Joe, with my thick Scottish accent, I would get -10 viewers. Oh, I don't know about that. I absolutely love the Scottish accent. I'll listen to that all day. Lance Stone, not everybody is like Nostalgia Critic or Angry Video Game Nerd. True. Joe for Beats, every time you say I'll kick you. That should fix it. Please don't kick me. I say a lot. I do that a lot, though. I had, there we go. I just did it just now. When I was in this school extracurricular group, it wasn't debate team, but one of these sections that we had to work on was we had speeches that we did. We had a prepared speech, and then we had impromptu speeches where we got 2 minutes. We were given a topic. We got 2 minutes to prepare, and then we had to give a 2 to 5 minute speech. That was difficult. I made a lot of progress, though. I still a lot, but at least I'm aware of it. I don't know. It doesn't really help, I suppose. We have 1 more minute so I can answer, like, maybe a couple other comments if you like. Jade, Scottish accents are cool. Just look at Sean Connery. Heck yes! Looking through comments. Scott Messino, How I Met Your Mother, nice, LOL. I have a bunch of friends who really love that show. I actually have one friend who sent me the first season so that I could check it out because he was convinced that I was going to get just hooked and fall in love and have to watch all of them or something. I haven't even put in the first DVD yet. I don't know if that makes me a bad friend or what, but I don't know. I just haven't started it. Apparently, I'd like, what is that? I'm told the Big Bang Theory. I believe I have a number of friends who tell me I would really love that one too. Lance Stone, I always wonder how Czech accents sound to natives. I would really like to hear that, for sure. I'm fond of languages in general. I've always had an affinity for language. It's one of my, like, life goals. I guess one of my bucket list goals, I suppose, to learn a bunch of different languages, like Mandarin Chinese or Russian or a bunch of others. I'd like to learn German, too. And Latin. Oh, Jofa Beats was telling Savage Henry he would kick him each time he said, Oh, well, maybe I could use an kick, too. Maybe that would help me say it fewer times. But I'm looking at the time here, and we have hit our hour and a half. How crazy is that? Thank you so much for everybody for tuning in, even if you were only here for a few minutes. I really appreciate you taking some time to chat with me. And if you missed some of the chat, all of the chat, any of the chats, I post them up on youtube.com/FateofDestinee, so you can get caught up if you like. And I will see you hopefully next week here at new.livestream.com/FateofDestinee at 7 p.m. Central Time. Bye, guys.